Kylie?
Yeah.
Hello, Kylie. I'm Mark.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Washington State.
All right. I love the chickens. Now, I have chickens in Boston. I wish I brought a couple. They could have met Washington chickens.
Oh, we love our chickens. They eat a ton of bugs and help out in the garden and love the eggs.
I know the chickens don't need a walkway, but I think that's what you wrote in about?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Okay, over this way.
Yes.
All right, let's go. All right, so this is the walk.
This is, and this is my husband, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hi, Mark. Nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
So, yeah, we're looking for a new walkway. As you can see, it's pretty uneven. There's sharp edges. It's hard to shovel in the wintertime just due to the uneven nature of the stones themselves. So we were just looking to see what you could do with this.
All right, so I do see a couple things that I would change. Are you guys thinking repair or you want to go brand new?
We would like to go brand new.
Okay, and I can either take these stones out of here and maybe put them somewhere else, or if you guys have another idea.
I've got a friend that's actually willing to take them.
All right, repurpose any material. I always love that. So why don't we go over here, get some tools, and get this stuff up.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, so because these stones are laid in gravel, they're gonna come up pretty easily. So Kylie, why don't you just grab some of the smaller stuff? Sean, I'm gonna get my shovel under some of the bigger ones and you can just pick them up and stack them behind me. These are nice stone though, I'll have to say that.
They are.
Yeah. All right, so next step, we have to remove the gravel. So we're gonna pile it up, get it in a wheelbarrow, get it out of here. Well, this is actually coming up a little better than I expected. But why don't we get the shovels in on that?
Okay. So Mark, how much wider are we gonna go?
So when we're doing walkways, things like this, I like to over dig. Okay. So I'm gonna go 6 inches past the step and then tamp it down.
Am I trying to get this level or just compacting right now?
So leveling is always important, but this exercise is more for compaction. Leveling comes with the base, which is very important. All right. So up in the Northeast, we use what we call a crusher run, or sometimes we call it crushed gravel. This is a basalt-based material. What is that?
So most of Spokane is built on a basalt shelf, and so it's the material that's most readily available in this region.
Okay, and it looks like to me it does the same thing it does where we are.
Yeah, it compacts real well.
All right, so we're gonna hit this a couple more times, and then we'll be ready for you to dump that, Sean.
Okay.
I'm gonna spread it with my rake, and I'm gonna do the entire pad, and I wanna only do it 2 inches.
So will we do it in multiple rounds, 2 inches, tamp,
Yep,
and then another
we call
2?
it multiple lifts, so every 2 inches is a lift. So once we do the first lift, rinse and repeat a couple times.
All right.
All right. And we'll work from this edge backwards.
Okay. So what's the water for?
So the water is gonna help us lock the material together. So once I get done soaking this down, we're gonna wanna tamp it one more time.
So are we done with the base material then?
Not quite. As we discussed before, we got a slope in this walkway, so we're a little bit low up by the steps. We're gonna add to that. Tamp it down, soak it down, tamp it down again, and then we should be ready to go. And if you guys look behind you, that'll give you some indication on what our slope is actually gonna be like when we finish.
Great.
Really gradual.
Yep. All right, we're looking like we're in pretty good shape. I think all we're gonna have to do right now is the coarse sand.
Wow, Mark, you've been busy.
Sure.
What layer are you working on?
Okay, so this is that sand that we were talking about. We know we needed 1 inch. This white pipe that I have actually represents that 1 inch. So I put it up top, I followed our pitch all the way down to this point, but you can see the pavers that I put in. That's just gonna tell me that the top of this pipe and the bottom of that paver are exactly where they're supposed to be.
Okay.
So all we have to do, if you guys don't mind giving me a hand, is just giving me more of the sand.
Yeah.
And we'll work ourselves all the way down to the end. All right.
So are we leaving the rails in?
So actually the rails come out And once they do, all we do is take this little trowel, this margin trowel, and then all I'm gonna do is start to sprinkle the sand where the pipe was.
Is our sand pad the size that our pavers are gonna be?
So that's what we're gonna do layout for. We'll space them appropriately.
And then that's where we'll backfill so we won't see the sand?
Exactly. Okay, now we're ready for pavers.
So Mark, what's the orange string for?
So the orange string is going to represent our height. So I'm going to go right under this step, and I'm going to go all the way down to the driveway. My pitch is built in, so I don't have to worry about the pitch.
Okay. So the stones will fit smoothly under it?
Exactly.
So Mark, I gotta say, I thought this walkway was gonna be a little bigger.
All right, well, we're not done yet. We have one more piece to put in. It's a decorative piece that we're going to run all the way around each edge. So it's going to get a little bigger before we're done.
Great, that'll look nice.
All right, let's get at it. We take one of these bricks and we overhang it half a brick. So we line it up like that. We'll put this whole decorative edge in this way. And then we're going to run it up this edge and we'll be done. Cool.
Looks great.
All right, now it's time for our aluminum edging. I've already laid some nails out for everybody. Those are 6-inch spikes, and I want to hit every single available hole on this edging. Why? Sometimes frost will push it up if you don't nail every single one, so that's why we won't skip any holes. All right, now it's ready for the sand. So I'm just going to spill some sand for you guys. You can push it around with the brooms once I get you going.
And what does the sand do?
So the sand, you can see it already starting to fill in the gaps. That's going to help lock all these pavers together. So just keep sweeping.
Is there any other maintenance to it? Do we have to do anything else to the sand?
So after a rainstorm, you might notice that some of the sand has settled. So that's when we'll repeat the process.
So Mark, is the goal to backfill this enough so we don't see that aluminum edge?
Exactly, that's why we held it down just a little bit.
Okay.
So you're good. Okay, so you can see we watered it down a little bit. That's just to help the sand work into the joints. I've actually left you guys a bag of sand, so anytime you see the joints wanting to be fed, feed them up. Other than that, I do have a little homework for you. It's gonna be grass seed over here, over here. Other than that, you guys should be all set.
Okay.
Well, it turned out so great. I think we've been inspired to come up with a permanent marker so it doesn't get plowed up again this winter.
Okay, I love that idea. And if you have questions about your house, we'd love to hear from you. So keep them coming. Until next time, I'm Mark McCullough for Ask This Old House.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.